Should be working. Let's make sure here. One second. Put it through over here. Through there. Ay, ay, ay. Through there. Crap. Fresh that. Fresh that. Alright, I think I got through. Yeah, it shows it on my timeline. That works. It's just nobody's watching. Let's go smoke. I'll feed you in a little bit, Milo. You can eat some dry food if you're hungry. Hey, Chi-Chi. What you doing? Hey, guys. What up? I'm back home. I didn't feel like doing a fucking 2-minute and 20-second video. It's like, why don't I just go live on YouTube, which is recorded video on demand, or anybody can pop in and I can tweet it. So everyone on Twitter can come over here and watch. There's a chat too. Mom's gone. When I was on my walk, she left and went over to Melinda and David's for the day. Didn't communicate with me, didn't tell me. I asked her before I left, are we going to do anything with the kids and with the family for Memorial Day? She said no. I'm like, today or tomorrow? She said no. I asked her a couple days ago too. I get back and she's not here. I guess it's better that way. Means I don't have to sit in the living room and dwell on the past. I mean, it's bad enough I'm alone on days like today, you know, when I don't even feel like eating, you know? It's like, what for? What for? I don't know. You know, I try to go out into town and get some exercise and some sunshine, some fresh air, and all it does is upsets me even more. And if I stay home, upsets me. If I don't know. It's almost like I don't even want to be awake, you know? Like, why? I don't care. It's marked 18 plus, so I don't care. It's probably shadow banned. It says 0 people are watching. I don't care. I'm not mentally in the mood for a large amount of people, anyways. I just wanted to record something with no time limit, just instantly and be on demand. And if somebody wanted to come and join live, they could. You know, that's all. It's not like I'm drunk. I'm just fucking depressed. That's it. Kind of contemplating life. You know, what is your purpose? Why am I here? Well, would it matter if I wasn't? You know, that sort of shit. It's like the only thing keeping me going. Evidence seeming to change that wants nothing to do with, and it might have been playing games with me all along. I don't know. Probably. You know, the evidence is overwhelming. Just some version of a trick to get something, whatever they want. You know, that's my guess. Some version of use. It's like, haha, haha. See, I pretended to help so that you'd open up and be comfortable, so that I could fuck you over. Haha. Because that's how the real world is. That's how real people are. Haha. Oh, and as I'm fucking you over, I'm gonna make something of myself with it. Haha. It's disgusting. It's why everyone's killing each other. That's what people are. It's like, I don't think I've experienced a good human being in my life. Honestly, ever. There's always some deviancy behind it, or agenda, or plan, or use. Mm. That's why it's like, why eat? You know, you ask for help for so long and nothing changes. Things just get worse. And you gain more consequences and responsibilities along the way. And everyone betters themselves off of your suffering. It's like, yeah, why eat? What for? That's why I had to turn around, come back home. I went all the way to Dana, like Olive Garden, that area, right there, Target. It's like, I don't know, 2.5, 3 miles each direction, something like that. And I was like, I can't. Why am I out here? Look at all these cars and roads and stores. It's like, ugh, can't drive, can't use these roads, don't have any money to go to these stores. And even if I did, nothing really here interests me. You know, it's like, ugh, let's go back home to the place you've been sitting at, which is your parents, for 5 years, and a pandemic, and a death of the family, of your father. Yeah. And you got to sit there and take care of your mother, who is the main source of the reason why you are the way you are. Oh, and tried to kill you multiple times when she was some other person in her head before you even 13 years old. And now you got to sit there with her all day long, day in, day out, wait after her, take care of her, cook for her, clean for her, worry about her. Oh, and you haven't been laid in 6 years. Oh, and half your teeth are missing. And oh, you're in so much debt that taking a job wouldn't do anything but hurt you. Oh, and everyone's obsessed about politics and shit, and you're not even allowed to vote or drive a car. And you just want to get away. And the only option to get away is walk down the side of the road as you see all these cars flying by screaming at you, faggot! Loser! Get a job! And the only thing to do to kill time is pop culture or videos or music, which is a version of control and a version of illusions and bullshit. And you're just like, yeah, why eat? Why? Oh, and it's Memorial Day weekend. Oh, and your father, flew helicopters for the government. Your entire life, you're jumping every 3 to 6 years somewhere new. Oh, and you're disabled with ADHD, mentally and hearing impaired. So in school, like you'll wake up in a broken home to go to a school that you don't understand and fall behind, and everyone makes fun of you because you don't fit in and you don't understand or hear or could concentrate anything. So you just fail at life, at everything, to then go back home to the broken home with the mom who's addicted to pain pills or antipsychotics or whatever, and is in and out of the fucking ER every other fucking day or mental institution as your dad's fucking saving the world. Oh, and you're gay too. And nobody understands you, and you just keep getting thrown into the corner. Bad boy, you piece of shit. And life just passes you by, and you're sheltered and poor and moving every 3 to 6 years, and you don't understand what the teacher's saying. You don't understand the homework, so you're failing. You don't fit in with anyone. Everyone just makes fun of you and tells jokes, and you don't get it because you're sheltered and You don't understand existence at all. And your own mother's trying to kill you when she's not herself or doped up, and your father's saving lives, flying helicopters for the goddamn government, and you're just sitting there like, why am I alive? And then you get older and get into trouble because nobody understands you, and there's no place for you in this world. And then you got a record, and it's, oh, he's the problem. This is what's wrong. It's the boy. When you're just trying to get through the day, you're just trying to be you. You don't understand what you're doing wrong or why everyone's so evil and abusive and taking advantage of just your existence. So you go to drugs. And then you get in trouble with drugs. Now you're a felon. Now, not only do you have all this other shit, now you can't get a good job. Now nobody will fucking trust you. You know? So you spend good 15, 20 years doing fast food just to try to make ends meet because, you know, your whole existence is capitalism and greed and money and surviving to some bullshit minimum wage job that you're on your feet in 100+ degree weather for some shitty frozen food because people want to sit in their fucking shitty car and scream at you for something that's killing them. And you're forced to clock out like a minute before 40 hours, so you don't get a full lunch or benefits or a raise or anything. And you're starving and you're sitting there cooking food all goddamn day long as everyone's screaming at you. And you're just trying to get through the day with all this other shit. And you move 2 states away because the only place you can find work is 2 states away. And you get so goddamn depressed. You start drinking liquor, just like you'll go through a fifth in a day and a half to yourself. And then the job falls through because you're 35 and addicted to drugs and all alone from a broken home with no friends or anything. And you get a DUI. And you're so traumatized that you just lose it and black out and apparently do a whole bunch of crazy shit that you don't even remember. And you're screaming, I'd rather take my license. Fuck it. I don't want to take it. And then they fucking, after you've already said, I'm not blowing, like, take my license, then they still go after you, strap you down to a fucking chair after they punch you in the face with handcuffs behind your back. And then jam a needle all up in your arm. As you're sitting there, please, please, no. As you've already told them, I mentally can't handle this. Take my license. No. Let's traumatize the person who's been traumatized for 35+ years already, even more. Then let's throw them into a cell with nothing except a hole in the floor, not even a toilet, and not give them anything for like a day and a half, not even a phone call, and then throw them into solitary confinement. So it'll take another 2 days so you can even come out to make a phone call. So 3.5 days have passed by, and your parents or family don't even know this has gone on, and they're down in California. thinking you're doing something with yourself. And you don't even know if your cat's alive in the apartment across town. And when you finally get into the fucking court, the judge doesn't even know how to tell time. Doesn't even know how to tell time. He's not even there. He's on a computer screen. And then you just want to get it over with because you're done. You just want to go back home to California and try to start over because that's what you did. That's why you moved up there, to try to start over. And everyone wants to keep fighting. And it goes on like another 8-9 months. And then you get worse because you're sitting there just wanting to go home, but you can't because you're waiting for the courts to figure the shit out. Oh, let's keep pushing this. Let's keep doing this. No, this. Let's push back this. Blah blah blah. And you get worse. And then you get drunk and go belligerent out into the road again, and get arrested again. And now you're back in the jail again, when you still haven't even gotten the chance to plead guilty to the DUI. And now you've got a disorderly conduct, public intoxication. And you're sitting there, and your cat's alone too. And you, now 5 days have gone by. This is the second time you go to jail in this 9-month period or whatever it was. And they pepper spray you and strap you down to that chair again in booking. Because, you know, you mentally, like, you got in trouble as a child with this shit. You were, for something you didn't even do. So you already got that trauma. So anytime you get put in jail, it brings you right back to there. So of course you're going to act out and go crazy. And back in the chair you go. And then they put you in solitary confinement. And you stop eating for like a week. Day 4, I think it was. And as you're getting a shower and wondering if your cat's alive, because it's the second time you're in jail, the guard assaults you. On your hunger strike, because you don't even want to be alive. On top of the pepper spray and the DUI and the needle and the punch in the face and the moving away from family just to try to get a job and all the other things. And now you just don't trust anything anymore. Church, school, religion, society, judicial system, anything, your own parents. So you give up. And you start running down the middle of the road, screaming, "Shoot me!" Then they take you into the hospital. 5150 you, and let you out like 2 hours later after they take your blood. Oh, and you piss all over the floor and almost flip the 500+ pound gurney that's bolted to the bed because you're that angry. And you give up. It's like, that's it. I'm pleading, just plead guilty. Give up. Like, I had a chance to get my license back. They were trying to argue it down to a negligence driving. All I had to do was ask my dad for help. And he wouldn't do it. which is why I ran down the middle of the road. I forgot to mention that. Kind of narrate backwards. Sorry about that. So now you don't get your license back. That whole 9+ months and the extra disorderly conduct and public intoxication is a waste for nothing. You know, you already screamed, "Take! I'm not blowing. Take my license." 9 months at the DUI. So you finally plead guilty. And in the process of pleading guilty, you get into an argument with your downstairs neighbor, who is also the on-site maintenance guy. And apparently in the process, you poke him in the eye, but you don't remember doing this. You're drunk. And you go back to jail again. And this time when you get back to jail, when you get out, you're kicked out of the apartment. And they've taken your cat and say that you're abusing the animal because you had a mental breakdown because your father wouldn't help you get your license back. And all you were trying to do was make him proud by taking a job 2 states away. And threatens to destroy your cat over the phone as you're in jail still. And so then you finally just give up and plead guilty to everything. And you're kicked out, so now you have to come back here. So you ask your dad to come and get a U-Haul and bring it back home. And you come back home and live on an air mattress for 5 years in their living room as a pandemic and him dying happens. And in the process of all this, people are taking advantage of you and making fun of you and using you online for ad revenue and fame because you're publicly documenting everything that's happened on Twitter. And now there's no hope. You know, it's like, yeah, why eat? Every time I tried to do the right thing, for some reason the universe has some fucked up way of saying, fuck you. You're a piece of shit. And that's where I'm at. It's like the only person I talk to is the person who tried to kill me before I was 13 years old. Or a camera. Or if I'm going to the store to pick up food that I have to backpack home because, I'm not allowed to drive. It's like, yeah. So, not allowed to vote. Not allowed to have a gun. Not allowed to drive. Not allowed to have a bank account. Any money that comes my way is going to go directly towards my debt. Oh, did I mention I also tried to go to school before moving 2 states away and taking a job to get put further in debt because I didn't learn a goddamn thing. I was well, first of all, I couldn't even pass the test. They had a tutor that gave me the answers on a piece of paper to cheat on the test. And I didn't learn anything because I was already disabled and traumatized and whatever. And the school was horrendous. You were sitting on the floor. Half the time there wasn't a teacher. And if there was a teacher, she was hungover. And then the same place he took a loan out from the government shuts them down because they're scamming the loans. But you still got this 30 plus grand collecting interest 10 plus years. So on top of that, but I forgot to add that on too before I moved 2 states away. Cause yeah. So there's that too. So yeah, can't vote, can't have a gun, can't use the car or roads, can't have a bank account. If anyone will hire me, I can't hold it because I'm mentally capable of doing so right now. And even if I could hold it, the money's going directly to my debt, so I wouldn't make it. I would be further in debt because you know cost money to survive, transportation, all that shit. Toiletries, shaving, cleaning, all that stuff. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, can't trust the judicial system, can't trust religion, can't trust schools, can't trust your own parents, have no friends, have no transportation, have no money, have no teeth. Like half the ones that are still there need to be fixed or removed or changed or whatever. Yeah, just completely broken. Just kind of waiting to die. Just waiting to die. That's a good way to put it. Waiting to die. Praying for rain, you know. It's a good song from Tool. Yeah. Oh, and gas. Gas is like $7, right? It'll be more soon too, probably. Yep, 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 yep. Ah, I'm here. 33:47. Let's end it.